Hey, how are you doing? It's your girl Candrea on here doing a live video. Haven't done a live video in a while. Candrea Beyond in the building. So you guys, today I wanted to come on here and share some content with you. I've been reading over some of my emails. I had a lot of social posts and emails, and so I was piggybacking on the topic today from a video I did last week regarding communicating your emotions and having better communication skills. So I'm not going to wait for people to join because it's been a while since I went live, so I'm just going to hop right into it. Today's topic, starting up a business requires creativity and a pool of ideas that are ready to be tried out right away. And I got some notes here that I want to share with you guys, um, which regards to the last video I did. Now, to recap, I talked about how you can better control your emotions when communicating with people. And this is because as a startup and business, you would have more challenges to face with little room for error. Therefore, you need to be ready for a myriad of issues that may come up, both expected and unexpected. And you need to be ready to and be able to draw up some creative solutions as you grow your business. Okay, so which requires when you're in business, um, to answer your email question. I forgot your name. Can't think of it. Starts with an M. I am so sorry. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. Anyhow, so in business, you're gonna need imagination, you're gonna need creativity and curiosity. You're gonna be some of the prerequisites for an entrepreneur. Whether you're in network marketing, real estate investing, direct sales, whatever business that you're in, the beauty business, the health and wellness business, whatever, you're gonna need these prerequisites. Prerequisites. I'm sorry, I can't talk. In order to be successful. So just to recap, I did do a video again. I just went over some tips where you can tell the difference between venting and emotional dumping. I'm thirsty. Hold on. Gotta get me some water, y'all. Are you drinking a lot of water? Hopefully you are. Drinking a lot of water is very important. You gotta stay hydrated. And I gotta make sure I'll drink it. Sometimes I forget. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So just to recap, communicating your emotions like anger and frustration can be very challenging, especially for new business owners. But there are steps you could take to try to express those emotions in a healthier way. I went over those briefly, gave you some tips that I researched and studied on how you can become better at it. And I talked about, how to experience your emotions when talking with friends, family, and your colleagues and stuff like that. Um, you know, Receiving phone calls, emotional dumping, psychology, communications, and stuff like that. But today, I want to go over how when you're communicating and brushing up on your communication skills, there are some things you should never share with anyone. So, I want to talk about that. As we all know, we're all social creatures, we're all social creations. And so forming connections with other human beings and sharing our life story is basically second nature for most of us, right? And so there's times where, we have other people in our lives um, to whom we want to tell everything we want. We want to share our problems. We want to, we're seeking solutions. We expect support. and so on and so on, especially from the people who are close to us or who we think are close to us. But sometimes this nature of our, this very nature of ours, it needs to be controlled a little bit. And some people can get out of control with it because not everyone is going to have your best interests at heart. And, there's just some things that should be kept personal. You know, so here's a few things that I thought was interesting that you should never share with just anyone. And I'm going to go over them real quick and let you know. Again, I'm just responding to an email that I received. So one of the things is most people have dreams or goals. Most of us are posting on social media. How many of us have you ever seen like somebody saying they're a work in progress, or, they're talking about something they plan to do? Well, we all have dreams and goals, right? That we're working towards. And it could be like a business idea. It could be an exam you're about to take. It can be an investment opportunity, and so on and so on. But these things are valuable, they're important, and they're actually personal. Okay? So you want to limit the details about these things to only family members that you feel you could trust, or even your partner. Okay? Because the reason is because your family or your partner will want to support you. They should want to support you if they really care about you. They should want to support you and look forward to your success. So in that instance, it would be okay to share those types of things with them, but you want to be able to ask yourself how well do you trust them, okay? And everyone has their different trust levels. I think I accidentally pressed a filter on here because this lipstick I have on looks a totally different color. I'm just looking in this frame here. Anyways, I don't know how to get it back to regular. I'm going to leave it alone. Anyway, so as I was saying, unless these people are haters, they don't want to see you successful, they should want to look forward to your success if you do share your dreams and goals with them. They may even help you or push you there. If these people don't support, then I highly recommend that you reevaluate the type of relationship that you have with them, or these people, because that's not normal. Okay? People who care about you should naturally want to support you, period, and vice versa. And the same can't be said of other people, because there are many instances of backstabbing, even among, close friends. People will backstab you, period. And not everyone is like this, but you still want to be very careful. And I see a lot of that on social media, not to name no names, but I'm on different platforms, and I do see a lot of people sharing things that seem to be more personal, but whatever, that's them. So anyways, moving on. So something else that you don't really want to share with just anybody is the amount of money you make monthly. I don't care if you make money daily, if you make money monthly or yearly. This is an important and it's personal pieces of information about you. So why are you just sharing it just with anyone? I mean, some people don't care, I get it. But if you want to share this information, like say for instance, you're just sharing it because you want to inspire your other distributors on your team, or you think that's going to motivate more action or whatever, if you're, or you're trying to, bring some people into your business, okay, fine, that's on you. But keep in mind, a lot of, a lot can be gauged about you and your family. Okay, if you if you're someone who has this information and you're choosing to share it. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Every time I start recording, it wants to cut off. That doesn't make any sense. So once again, y'all, my light just cut off. I might need to just invest in a new one. But hopefully y'all can still see me, and most importantly, hear me. But let me turn the flash on and see if that'll help. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so back to what I was saying about your personal financial information. You don't want to share that because a lot can be gauged about you and your family. Okay, and it's better to just keep your financial details and or your financial income to yourself anyway. You know, so even if someone asks you, how much do you make? Is that really any of their business? I mean, really, is it any? Do you feel that's their business? If you ask me, no, it's none of your business how much I make. I don't care if it's your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, whoever. And really, you should only be sharing that with your spouse, if you have one. Other than that, I don't know. To each his own. But like I said, you could either give a vague answer to that question or just set the question aside in a jokingly way or whatever, or however you want to do it. But I personally wouldn't recommend sharing that information with just anybody. Okay. And then, we all have different types of relationships with different types of people. It could be family, it could be friends, or people that you even work with. Okay. And so it's quite normal to have some issues with them from time to time. I mean, we're human, that's going to happen. Nobody's perfect. There's no perfect relationships. Now, if it's family or your partner, that is highly personal. And so you don't want to share your relationship problems with just anybody and anybody, because those are, especially with families or your partner, that's highly personal and really none of their business. You don't have to explain that to anybody, and of course, unless you want to. Okay, if you feel like you're going to get something out of doing it, then that's on you. But there's no point in discussing personal issues with other people that you really don't even know or don't even know if you could trust them. And a lot of us have a hard time with that, because we're looking for quick answers or just want to vent, but there's really no need to share that information. Why? Well, because, most of the time they don't really even care. The person you're sharing with, they might not even really care, or, they'll start feeling weird about the simple fact that you're even sharing this type of information with them. Believe it or not, but they will at some point feel really weird or awkward about it, or they're just really all off in your business, and they're thinking, who cares, I have my own shit to worry about, why are you telling me this? But they'll sit there and listen. They're not going to give you no real, I mean, some of them will give you real genuine feedback, or they could just use that as an opportunity to drive a deeper wedge between you and your loved ones, just from the information you just share with them. And that is what you call stranger danger. And I wouldn't recommend it, because I've seen people actually have that happen to them, where they were just sharing their personal relational business and whatever have you, and the person used it to their own advantage and tried to make their relationship worse. And so it really turned out there was no use in even sharing the information with that individual in the first place, which is my very point. Another thing is not really important to be sharing is helping other people. If you're helping other people that's in need, or um, whatever you're giving to charity, that's not really helping other people that are in need. Is really not everyone, it's something that everyone should be doing if they have the ability to, if they can. But and I just want to say, if more people actually did this, the world would probably be a way more better place than what it is now. It'd be more peaceful. So that's kind of a confusing thing, because online, like, okay, so charity work, first of all, it should be done covertly and silently. It shouldn't be all loud. You know what I'm saying? But when you see people posting, like especially online, and they're saying they are donating to this or that, or they're helping with this, or they're giving, you'll see people video record, you know, um, giving out money or food. So when you see people posting it, do you think it's to gain like kudos, to get the credit, all the attention about it, saying, look at me, this is what we're doing, or do you think they're doing it because maybe they're trying to inspire more people to give and to donate? And do you feel like when you see people on camera sharing their charity work, do you feel like it does inspire other people to say, hey, I want to do that too? Or do you feel like they should keep that between them and God, or it should be a secret? Should it be done all aloud and announced? That's the one big thing that I see people just, discussing when people are giving online. Um, I don't know. Tell me what you think about it. Um, there's many reasons you really shouldn't share uh, the details of this with other people, and there's a long list, but I'm just going to give a few. Again, you might be, pure of heart. You might be doing it because from just the goodness of your heart, your pure heart, you just want to share. But when you share these details with other people, they might think you're bragging. They might look at you in disgust and say, "Oh, she's bragging, about what she could do. She thinks she's better than us. She's better than me because she can give more than I can, or I'm not in." Because they might start feeling inferior to you because they might not be in a position, in that same position to do charity like you have at that present moment, or to give away big screen TVs, or to go and help Mama Dukes and them, you know, um, with food and pantry. I mean, I don't know what it is. There's many ways to give. You know what I'm saying? You get my point. So that's why sharing that information and bragging about it is not always good, because you don't know how someone may take it. They may feel inferior. They may feel like less than because they're not in the same position to do it. And so I'm going to bring this to a close. You know, we all have past mistakes. We all make mistakes, whether they're big or small, from time to time. Um, you know, and the thing of it is, we may feel ashamed of these mistakes that we've made. So, that's one thing I want to leave you with is, no matter how big or small a mistake you've made, it's important to keep these mistakes or regrets where they belong, and not always bring it up to someone which is in the past. And so it's not good to share past mistakes all the time. You want to keep them in the past where they belong. There's no use in like remembering all these mistakes again and again, or bringing them up, or especially if you prayed about it and you gave it to God or you released it. There's no use to rehash it and to bring it up. And when you tell other people about the blunders in your past, which is what we all contend to do, intentionally or unintentionally, what they'll do when you do this, when you tell others about your past mistake, they may judge you. They may judge you for it and view you from a different light. And, that's not always good either. So a lot of people don't even have the maturity, to even understand that a person is not necessarily who they were in the past. I mean, because we all grow. You know what I'm saying? We all become better after making mistakes. I mean, it's just the way of life. And people who throw your past up all the time, they don't realize the damage they're doing spiritually to themselves first, and then it just damages the whole relationship. So that's why that is another thing that's not really good, that you want to, that's not something you always want to share. Okay. And then, we basically live in a world where people have, extreme opinions. Everyone's so opinionated. Everything, everyone's opinion matters the most at certain times. So these strong opinions can often, become like a source of unnecessary disputes. And then, especially like when it comes to, what you share with others about it, it is mostly when people are talking about, like political and religious beliefs as well. both of these topics are like really deeply personal aspects of a person's life or their, their beliefs, and shouldn't be really shared with just anybody. You want to be careful because, like I said, it can start some major disputes and, really ruin some situations. And I really can't think of I really can't think of any reasons why you should be sharing these type of beliefs with other people, because most of the time it causes conflict. I don't know. It's just not necessary. Plus, it can lead to conflict or even fights. Like especially at work. It can lead to really dire situations that you really don't want to face. So it's just no use in sharing this information. You don't want to be sharing your personal location. You don't want to be giving the exact details all about your vacation that you're going to take or where you're going and stuff. Especially on social media. I mean, that's just really not necessary. You don't want to share pictures of your credit cards and your money and all of that, unless you want to, that's on you, you know. I just wanted to come on here and share that in a video as requested in the email I received. And so I just wanted to share with you that it's important to pick your confidants carefully, your confidants. You want to pick those carefully. And, just basically remember the only time your camera, uh, you know, I hope this is still recording. I can't tell. But the only time your camera phone should be in your bedroom is if it's on a charger, because you don't want to share just any. You don't want to be taking photos and stuff and have your phone, sharing this information with just anybody. So if your camera phone is open in the bedroom, make sure it's on the charger, and that's it. You should never be sharing your sexual conquests, your desires, failures, your sexual questions, or anything, especially at work, at your job. We got so much workforce sexual harassment out there, y'all. We got people have sex on the job. We got people who go to work looking for their mate, hooking up with people. You should not be doing any of this at your job. Okay? You spend a lot of time with your coworkers as it is that they can almost start to feel like they're family members. But it's important to remember that they're not. They're not your family members. They're people who are trying to make money just like you. They're basically strangers. They don't care about what you got going on, and if they do, like I said, some people use it to your disadvantage. You know, when you're working, do your job. You want to talk about the weather or the work that needs to be done for the day, and get on with your day. Get home to your family, your friends, whatever it is that you do. Okay, because believe it or not, man, especially men, and men can and they will gossip just as much as women do. A lot of y'all don't really believe that or know that, but men gossip just as much as women, if not more. So these kind of things going on at the workplace should not be happening. And in closing, what you share and with whom you choose to share your personal life and your personal business, it is all up to you at the end of the day. I mean, but you have to realize the repercussions behind it. So it's all up to you. But if you're going to kiss and tell, you'll want to do so with care. That's it. So, y'all, that's all I have right now. I hope you got some kind of value out of this information on how to have better communication skills, whether it's personal, with your friends, or with your coworkers or your colleagues, because you know a lot of us are going into business these days and becoming CEOs of our own companies. So the most important skill that you will need to master out of everything is better communication skills at the end of the day. That's it, and that's all. All right, y'all, so I'm gone. I'm about to get off this. Please leave me your thoughts in the comments, what you thought about what I talked about. All right, until next time, I'm gone. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.